Welcome to my world. It's the day of my vacation. Come on in. I just took a sauna and I am tired, and it is time to celebrate a great day. And I have to tell you, it is Monday's Arts and Culture, and I have been to the jungle. So come on in. One day a week, we need to have a day for arts and culture. When you can have a day like this, we have to talk about what it means to have a day to just go away for a day. It is called a daycation. But when you go on a daycation and a giraffe enters your life, not once, not twice, but 3 times, then we have to take that day and talk about a giraffe. So today I'm going to tell you about my Gilda. She's a character in my play. And a giraffe came to me a long time ago in New York at a play, and she has stuck with me, and I call her Gilda, the day I met her. And while it's Monday, and it's arts and culture, and a jungle is in my culture. Welcome to the jungle, and I've been on a daycation. I need you to rest here a while. I am a coach, and I was raised on the 7 days of balance and living life on purpose. If you are traveling on this internet, I hope you rest here a while and make these 7 days your traveler's rest. Today, I am your coach, your head coach, and I am on a mission, celebrating history and creating more. And this is going to be something good, I promise. I am a writer, a playwright, a head coach, and I'm glad that I'm going to be bringing my story on the road, setting it up like a traveling circus. But today I want to tell you about the daycation. I am a caretaker, and I have 2 friends that help me here that work for a company called Tender Hearts. And on most days that they're helping me take care of my dad, one of them was off today, and one of them stayed while I went on my daycation. And so this particular person that was off, her name is Dee, and she happens to also be a great photographer. So she came with me on my vacation. And, the only other person that's ever been with me on a vacation, besides my sister who's taken me on her vacations, has been my son. And so him and I have been together for 21 years. And so he knows me very well, and he knows how I like to travel. And I told her, I said, I will be making my dinners that I make for the road. So I fried up my salmon and put it in my cooler. And she just thought that was very interesting. And she played along. And so it went on like this. And we finally got the van loaded. And I said, I have to stop and buy groceries. And little did I know she went to my secret place. Well, it's out of the bag now. Her name is Chris. And I went to see Chris. She is my secret source for my jewelry. And I will provide her link when tomorrow. I'm hoping to get her included on my Facebook page. But she is a magical person. And she is also the holder of a person that when I went into her home, in their bedroom, they have been to Africa, and they have brought home a real giraffe. And so this was just a thing that just floored me. And so that in my pictures on my Facebook page, you can see this. So that was my first giraffe. And then she gifted me a necklace with a giraffe. Shortly after, I went to my favorite second stop would be a reuse store. So those of you that like reuse stores, that was my second stop or my third stop. And as I'm walking out, Mickey, who runs the reuse store in Staples, I look over at her desk and she says, "Oh, that's not put out yet." And I said, "Well, we have to put her out." And so she did, just for me. And that is my third giraffe. So that is my giraffe story of my 3 giraffes. And this is all before I even get to the hotel. So that was how that happened. It's funny with my D because as we were getting to the hotel and getting unpacked, I decided that I need to take her this moment to the Opera House. And we did our secret mission there that I cannot wait to share with all of you. And then I said, we need to rest now and go over to Lefty's. Lefty's is a place where my Tasha and Brian work. And what's so wonderful about my Tasha and Brian is that they were a very young married couple when I got there. And she has a wonderful daughter that I just love. But then they also had a little boy. And so as he has grown up, he's now 13, and I love talking sports because he's awesome at sports. And every year that goes by and he grows up, it's just a gift for me to be here and hear his journey and listen to the Brian and Tasha talk of him. So it's like my favorite place. I go in and get my Diet Coke. I had one this time. I had 3. And as I'm sitting there, Dee is at the other end because we're by ourselves in there. It was the middle of the day and it had a lull. And Dee orders a thing called a Skittle. And I thought, Skittles, that's at, a gas station. You don't order Skittles at Lefty's. And I said, Dee, what is that? And she says, well, it's vodka and something. I'm like, wait. We're on a vacation. We're not on a celebration of some kind. I said, can you please not drink on my vacation? Because, what if I have a problem and I need you to drive? And it was just embarrassing because I've never had, not a kid with me. And see, I just needed help. So I just remember my Gilda, my giraffe, and I thought, I had to set a boundary. So everyone laughed and thought that was so funny. So I don't know how you folks would have handled that, but my Dee just took it in stride, and I just thank her for that because we got out of Lefty's without having a drink. So for you kids out there that need to learn how to set boundaries, obviously we are grown adults, but I choose to not drink, but I can still go to my Lefty's. And my poor Dee, who's a grown woman, she played along and she did not drink. So as you can see, this is Colleen Liz Frost, and I'm in development, but it was my vacation and she was my guest and she chose to let me have my boundary and she did not drink on my vacation. But when you have health problems like I do, I needed to have a strong woman at my side, and I just wanted her to make sure that she was not under the influence in case I needed a right-hand woman to do my driving. So she didn't. And anyway, then we went to the hotel, and I had my 3-hour play class, and she went and enjoyed the pool. Then she came and there was a tub that was the size of Montana. And she did that, took a bath, and then I went to the pool and came home and did my sauna and my facials and so forth. And I'm exhausted. I have never been so tired. And now I just spent the last few hours with my dad because he missed me. And Terry, my right-hand gal, she helped with my dad. And then my sister made me a bouquet of pom-poms. So it just doesn't get any better than that, to have a bouquet of balls. And anyway, so that was my vacation, and the hotel was just beautiful. But I want to get back to my giraffe and talk a little bit about that. When a giraffe enters your life, I don't know if you do much with the spirit animals, but I met a magical man from Florida, and there is a lot to a giraffe. When a giraffe enters your life, I just want to read a few things. People with a giraffe are not afraid to follow through with their plans. You understand that a giraffe meeting in your life wants you to follow your gut instincts and take the right action. The giraffe meeting in your life wants you to turn to the world of clairvoyance. Here you'll be able to hear your heart better. You'll acquire the awareness you need to be a trailblazer. The giraffe wants you to seek help when you need it. It is ready to lend you its heart and help and guidance in any manner of your choosing. The giraffe helps you to focus your energies on your inner person. So in case you feel confused for any reason, just remember to follow this direction. Having the giraffe in your life unleashes the full potential of your soul. So this is why I love the giraffe. Actually, if it feels right and have doubts about it, just rely on the giraffe, because that will give you your inner strength. To be proud of who you truly are, treat yourself with dignity and respect that you deserve. Only then will you be able to project the same to other people. So the giraffe is a very powerful animal, and I want you to just know to research the giraffe and understand the symbolism when it enters your life. And just to summarize, the balance that a giraffe will give you. So when I see the giraffe, I think of balance. And I know after the last few days I've had, I know that I'm starting to teeter. I need my rest. I probably will not be leaving the house for a couple of days. This is probably more than I've had in a couple of years. But I also know that the giraffe moves with confidence. And no matter what life throws my way, that I will always pull through like the giraffe. It's a very important animal in our life, and I want us to call on the giraffe whenever we feel weak. So I feel connected, and I just want us to remember that these animals in our lives are important. And that's why I am pulling them into my stories and hope to inspire you with them. And lastly, I want you to know that becoming a preservationist is my life's passion. I am a coach and a head coach, and I'm building a digital home on purpose, 7 days a week. Today I went to my car to rest after my 3-hour play class in the hotel, and I filled the room with my characters today: Gilda, Harry, Coco, Honeybee, and Ellie, to name a few, and I can't wait for you to meet them. Then I called my son. He was out socializing and asking his neighbors on the deck what their passions were today, and he was telling me all about what he learned. And then he stopped cold and told me how proud he was of me and what a good job I was doing. And then he told me why. He said I always look for possibilities, and he encouraged me to keep going. And do you know that the giraffe symbol is to always look for possibilities? So it wasn't by accident in New York that day when that giraffe came right by me in the aisle. And I just was so captivated by that person that was portraying him and her and they and them and us. Because there's a little giraffe in every little boy and girl, and there's a little boy and girl in all of us. So I hope that if you have a parent out there, I hope that you call them, and I hope that you tell them that you are proud of them and that they're doing a good job, because your parents need that type of encouragement. So I hope that you can be their giraffe, and I hope that you encourage them to go on a vacation, whether it's 30 or 40 miles to the east, west, north, or south. Because in these small towns and these neighborhoods and in these big cities just down the street, there's a place for you to go buy groceries, to bring a new friend. Let them order Skittles or not. Tell your story because it matters. Let's engage on this internet. Gather and celebrate history and create more. It's Mondays. It's Arts and Culture Day. So find your rocks, grab your ball, and build a team. Look for a feather, hope is all around. Jump, bounce, and fly with me. 7 days on purpose. I teach it, preach it, and repeat it with balance. Like, share, and remember that Mondays are for those who dare. Be avant-garde, be rare, and remember me. Sincerely, Colleen, your coach, number 33.